left-footed kicker puts his foot to it and hits it deep to Jamie Morris. He'll watch it hit in the end zone. It'll bounce out of the field of play, and Michigan will get the touchback and the football on the 20-yard line. That 4-3 Spartan defense in a moment. Right now they're showing 6 men at the line as Harbaugh looks him over on 1st and 10. Turns and gives the ball to Morris straight up the middle. He hurdles a man and has it out to the 25. And in 5, Michigan, they go with 2 tight ends. Caddis in there, handoff to Morris up the middle, and he's not going anywhere. He was met in the line by Quinn and Ranella. 5, Eric Caddis in as the 2nd tight end. Toss to Morris, power sweep left, gets a block from Perriman, but oh, is he drilled. Really hit by Bell right at the 45. Goes straight back to throw. Fires left sideline, and that ball's almost intercepted by Terry Lewis. A split Mark Ingram out wide to the left with his 33.5 yard per catch average, and Larry Jackson out to the right. Tight end Butch Rowe, the give us to the fullback. Gates straight up the middle. He just powers his way forward and gets it out to the 20-yard line. Call it a loss of 1 on the last play. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Spartans. Bobby Morris in at fullback, but he's split out in the slot to the left. And back goes Urema. He's looking for Morris. Good receiver, and he got the ball out at the 27-yard line. Good throw by Urema. Morris went low to grab it, and it is a first down for Michigan State at its own 27-yard line. Comes up under center Neapolitan. He's got Morse at fullback now in front of Carl Butler, the tailback. And Morse, the fullback, is the smaller man. Morse on a little misdirection play up the middle, breaks a tackle into the secondary, over the 35, out to the 37 or 38. They split Ingram to the right, Jackson to the left, and Morse, the fullback, in a slot left. And back goes Urema, looking over the middle. He throws, and the ball is caught by the tight end, Vino Belk, up near midfield. He eludes 2 men and breaks a tackle, fights his way into Michigan territory, and is finally brought down at the Wolverine 43-yard line. Fullback Morse into a slot right again. They go with 1 setback Butler, and Urema goes to throw on 3rd and 3. Over the middle, the ball is caught by Morse. Inside the 20, down at the 18. He was finally tackled by Garland Rivers, but it will be another first down. A gain of 18 yards on the throw from Urema to Bobby Morse. Nate Rogers in at nose guard on 3rd down, and Urema's back to throw. He's looking. He's got his tight end Belk all alone on the right sideline. He's got it inside the 5, and he's finally wrestled out of bounds by Garland Rivers around the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, Michigan State.
To clear the linebackers in the secondary by the sideline. He had the time. He hit him. Michigan State knocking on the door.
1st down and goal, and Michigan's got the extra defensive lineman in as the Spartans threaten 1st and goal at the 1. Butler and Morse in the eye. They go with the 3rd tight end, Sargent, coming in motion. Hand off to Butler. He dives over the top. It's a touchdown for Michigan State. They go 85 yards in 14 plays. And with 5:50 remaining in the first quarter, it's the Spartans 6 and Michigan nothing. Zienko out to attempt the extra point. Ball being held by backup quarterback Clark Brown, and the kick is up, and it is good. And so Michigan State, which in the last 5 years against Michigan has been outscored 159-67, is on top. Our score, the Spartans 7, the Wolverines.
Recognize that from all the baseball coverage, Frank, as a knuckleball. It just kind of floated in the air. The Spartans not without supporters here. I found it difficult to judge where they were playing. The noise for the Spartans tremendous down here on the floor of the stadium.
It's out to the left, Johnson to the right. Perriman and Morris power left in the backfield. Here's the fullback, Perriman up the middle, going nowhere. He was hit right in the middle of the line by Tom Allen. Down in 8 now at the, make it 3rd and 9 at the Spartan 43. Steve Johnson in for Marcray, splits wide side right, Bean to the left. Harbaugh gives it, though, to Jamie Morris up the middle. He's hit by Bell, the linebacker, and is shoved back from the 43. Deep for the Spartans. He's got 2 men flanking him to the left and right. They're upfield, though, and Robbins gets the snap and really booms one with the win. Back to the 13. Morse grabs it there, goes to his left, gets a block, leaps over a man, up the sideline, 20, 25, 30. He's going to go all the way. Bobby Morse to the 40, the 30, being chased by Cochran at the 15. Cochran dives, can't get him, and Morse goes in for a touchdown. 87 yards by Bobby Morse, and the Spartans lead it 13-0.
Frank came down the field, and Morse needs just 1 block to get to the outside. He got that block, and then the wall really started. He got by Monty Robbins on another block, and it was clear sailing down the sidelines. Cochran almost made the touchdown-saving tackle, but the Spartans get a huge play there to go up on the Wolverines, 13-zip.
He just sat down. As a matter of fact, let me pick up some of the sounds here. They're all congratulating, giving him hugs. They're high-fiving it all up and down the sideline. The band behind me playing, and Michigan State starting to take command here this afternoon.
Well, the extra point attempt by Mosienko is up, but it's no good. And so, with the point after missed, our score with 12:41 remaining in the first half is Michigan State 13, Michigan nothing, and we'll be right back. 87-yard punt return by Bobby Morse out of Muskegon, and it's 13-zip. All directly in the middle of the field. And Harbaugh goes straight back to throw. He looks to his right, now to the left sideline, fires it for Bean, but it's batted away by Terry Lewis. Harbaugh goes back, fakes the draw to Rogers, looks to throw, being chased, hit from behind, and throws it as he is spun to the ground, and it'll go as an incomplete pass. And wide to the left, John Hurt. And back goes Urema, getting a rush, flips it over the middle, got a man wide open. It's Gates. He's up over the 35, out near the 40 before Eric Campbell hauled him down. He's in the lineup. First down, Michigan. They give to Morris off the right side. He's hit, he fumbles the ball. It's loose at the 40, and it is recovered by Michigan State. Paul Bobbitt made the hit, and the ball was recovered by Thomas Tyree. So Jamie Morris fumbles the ball away, and down on the field is Michigan quarterback Jim Harbaugh, who dove for the football with Tyree at the 40-yard line. So we've got a sudden momentum change again as Jamie Morris fumbles for the second time this year. The question is, how serious is that injury to Jimmy Harbaugh, the starting quarterback? And maybe on his arm. Back, he's going to throw for the first time in his career. Fires right sideline. The ball tipped in the air, and it is intercepted by Lonnie Young at the 33-yard line of Michigan. Intended for Vince Bean, and Reen hung it up to the sideline. A great play by Lonnie Young, who tipped it in the air, fell to the ground, and the ball fell into his arms.
The wind is blowing from this far side of the field toward you, Frank, so it is a crosswind. I am directly under the goalpost now, right next to the official, so we'll watch it from here.
Clark Brown will keep Warren on the line there. Clark Brown will hold it. It'll be a 49-yard attempt. Ball placed down and booted. What you got there, Warren?
It's good, it's good.
He's got it straight to the middle.
Right in the neck.
Ralph Mosienko hits the field goal from 49 yards out. And now with 2:17 left in the third quarter, our score, Michigan State 16, Michigan 7, and we'll pause for this. For 163 yards. The I formation again. Here comes Butler off the right side, breaks a tackle to midfield, tries to get to the sideline, gets a block from Ingram. He's inside the 45 down to the Michigan 41. For Mosienko, who has made 5 out of 5 this year, including a 49-yarder in this game. Here's the snap. Brown places it down. The kick is up. It's high enough, it's long enough, and it's good. And so the Spartans move downfield 61 yards, get a 30-yard field goal from Ralph Mosienko. And now with 8:24 left to play, it's the Spartans 19, Michigan 7, and we'll be right. Has the football 1st and 10 at the Wolverine 44. Handoff to Aaron Roberts. He breaks a tackle at the line, goes up the middle, is finally upended at the Michigan 33-yard line. Zerbrug calls the signals in the eye, fakes again to Rogers and goes back. Once again throws, and he throws an interception. And then the ball is fumbled back at the 35-yard line by the Spartans, but they recovered the football. The interception by Derek Bunch. And so the Michigan State Spartans turn it right back over. They get the ball back for their offense as Zerbrug throws the interception with 3:46 left in the ball game. And so the Spartans now really close to that upset. Crowd, the green and white crowd down in that south end zone is just going wild. And the Spartans turn around and wave to their supporters.
And Michigan State will take the delay of game penalty here, Frank, taking the clock down to 1:37. Pretty much over for the Wolverines of Michigan to score twice in 1 minute and 37 seconds.
Very quickly, the Wolverines line up now. Marcray leaves the ball game, replaced by Giovanni Johnson. Perriman and Rogers in that backfield, and Zerbrug fakes to Rogers, goes to throw. Rush coming, he rifles it, and it's intercepted again up over the 25-yard line, this time by Thomas Tyree. And that'll put the icing on this one. There's a celebration starting on that far sideline, and it's being heard all the way to East Lansing. The Spartans, with a 19-7 lead, have the ball back with 1:14 left to go in the football game. 19 for Michigan State, 7 for Michigan. We will not have another play in this ball game. The clock winding down to 15 seconds. It's over here at Michigan Stadium. The big upset. Michigan State beating Michigan 19-7. 5 seconds left. The crowd chants it off. Down to 1. The Spartans are euphoric. The ball game is over. Michigan State has beaten Michigan 19-7. Warren Pierce, have you got George Perlis?
We're looking for him. We're looking for him now. The crowd, of course, is going crazy. Let me try to make my way over here. Fans are running on the field now, almost like they've won the Rose Bowl game or the Big Ten championship. Take it back there. I will try to find George somewhere in the midst of this mess here. We're on the 50-yard line now, right on the middle of the field. And it's trying to find him here at this point is like trying to find a needle in the haystack. If you can just point him out to me from up there, we'll go after him. Hey, you see him at all?
Well, Warren, he's wearing a green jacket. Does that help any?
Thanks a lot, Frank. The crowd, the Michigan State fans are down here. They're hugging all the players. I assume George is somewhere near the tunnel area, but he's got to make his way toward the... He's got another commitment to go to someplace on the other side of the field, and we are standing here trying to intercept him. There's a state player being hoisted above there. He just went down. Do you see him anywhere?
Well, Warren, I'll tell you what, there's a TV camera down at the 25-yard line on the opposite side of the field. And I think if you make your way down there, you'll eventually find George Perlis.
I am between that TV camera, and I don't see George. You just keep an eye peeled.
All right, you do that too. Meantime, up here in the booth, Michigan State has pulled the big upset. And, Jim, I saw one player on his back for the Spartans just kicking his legs and pounding his hands into the turf in euphoria. This is a big, big victory for George Perlis in this program. He had these players jacked up, and look at them jumping up and down as they head through that tunnel, slapping hands with their rooters on the far side of the field. I want to tell you, they wanted this one awfully, awfully badly.
Yes, they did, and they got it, I think, the way they wanted to. There was no question about it. It was the better ball club out here today. Michigan State dominated Michigan, both offensively and defensively. Statistics may say some different things, but believe me, the Michigan State Spartans deserve this win today. They outplayed Michigan in the big house, in Michigan Stadium, and that is some tribute to George Perlis and his Michigan State team, because they're coming off 3 tough losses to Notre Dame, Illinois, and Purdue, and to come into Michigan Stadium and put on this kind of performance, I think you got to give a lot of credit to George Perlis, his entire coaching staff, and these Spartan players not to get down on themselves and not to get down at all thinking about their record. They came in here with a feeling they could win and went out and proved it.
They sure did. They handed it to Michigan today by a final score of 19-7. Well, as the euphoria continues for those green and white clad Spartan boosters down on the field, and as the players try to make their way up the tunnel and get to the celebration in their locker room, we'll tell you the final score once again: Michigan State 19, Michigan 7, and we'll be back.
In Stadium, the celebration on the field by Michigan State Spartan supporters continues as the Michigan State Spartans have come into Michigan Stadium and defeated the Wolverines 19-7. The scoring started early as the Michigan State Spartans went on an 85-yard, 14-play drive in the first quarter. Carl Butler converting from 1 yard out and got back in it in the third quarter with just under 5 minutes to play. Eddie Garrett went over from the 1 yard line. That completed a 75-yard, 13-play drive. The kick by Bergeron was good, and at halftime, Michigan State led 13-7. Opening up the third quarter, Mozienko hit a 49-yard field goal after an interception. So Michigan turned it over. Mozienko converted it into points with a 49-yard field goal. The upper arm, there's also some concern about Harbaugh's neck. There was an injury to his neck. For these messages.